What is going on YouTube? This is your boy like one half and duo, and I'm basically gonna do some basically a mic check again, a quick mic check, no music, just straight to it. I apologize for the late start. I set this up before I left work to come here, but it's raining like crazy and it took a long time to get home, so I apologize for the late start. My bad. That's on me. Just saying up that early, thinking that everything gonna work out the way it's supposed to work out. But with that said, I want to talk about Nintendo after the post Nintendo after E3 and all the news and all the blah 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 and stupid stuff that's going on now, which is ridiculous, and people are going crazy over it. Now, let me start off with this. I said it in my Nintendo video. If you watch it, if you did not watch my E3 review of Nintendo video, you could check it out. You go, again, check me on what I said there, but I'll repeat it here. 2015, no, not 15, sorry, 16, Nintendo basically talked about mostly Zelda, a couple of surprises there. Same thing with 2016 with Mario Odyssey, a couple of surprises there. Same thing with this year. So it's weird that this year. I see a lot of Nintendo fans say they're disappointed. When they told you up front what they're going to be talking about, and you're disappointed. But again, I always said WTF number 10, it was what? I don't get hype about stuff no more. It makes no sense. Because you guys set yourself up for failure. I don't get hype about games because you guys just put yourself in a certain way. So, and as usual, as I said in that video as well too, hey people, E3 is just not that everybody always go, the E3 is all about the what do you call it? It's just the presentation. When Nintendo, unlike the other console makers, went 3 days of showing you what the game looked like, what it plays like, what it's all about, giving you information. I never seen a world that's all about information and people are angry that you gain information. That's crazy in my mind. You get information to make an informative decision. Wow, this car, okay, this is how the car drives, this is what the car looks like, this is what the car looks on the inside, this is the horsepower, this is all that stuff. I like it and I don't like it. Up to you to make that decision. With games how being broken and the DLC practices and the microtransaction and all that stupid stuff, Nintendo's telling you all the information that you need to know, and you could be like, "Well, I'm not gonna buy the game. I'm gonna buy the game." But at least that's why I like Nintendo's E3 out of all of them the most. I'm getting the information that I want. Or need to be surprises and oohs and ah. No, give me what it is. This, and this. I'm gonna play. Let's keep on going. And last but not least, Nintendo has something called the Direct. Most of the guys who listen to me know that. So Nintendo fans, or so-called the Switch jumpers, because they jump on because Switch is popular now. So the Switch jumpers jump on and they're angry, they're not getting this, not getting that, which is, to me, is ridiculous. It really is. It's crazy. You get in the games that you want, and if you don't see the games coming up there, you should know that Nintendo has something called the Direct. They can release a Direct anytime they want. So if there's other games that they just talk about those games right there, then of course they're gonna be Direct. Now there's a lot of games. I ain't gonna lie to none of y'all. There's a lot of games that I saw in the E3 that makes me, and again, I gave a survey review for everything, and I said these are some of the games looking from all the other consoles. So I'm not negative to all that. This E3 this year was very decent, very good. It was not really as the usual crap, whatever. I mean, it was really, I enjoyed it. Microsoft did this thing. I'm not giving all the third party on a Microsoft EU. I'm not giving all Microsoft the credit for all the third party reveals because it's coming on multi-platinum. I mean, not multi-platinum, multi-platform. So I'm not giving them that. The exclusives to what I want. That's it. I gave my negatives about it too. Because you bought all the studios, but 3 of the studios were working for exclusive anyways, so it was irrelevant. It was an irrelevant thing to do. But the other two, hope it works out good. Hope you get games. And like unlike Rare, you take a good shot at that. You help them out. And that's going to come back up about Rare because this is ridiculous what's going on with it as well, too. So you have that. That's cool. But there's directs. We know there's directs. We had one before E3, a couple months ago. We had directs after. There were some games in that thing. I saw what Damien X Machina looks like and how he plays. I saw that at the Treehouse. Good. That makes me feel a little more confident about that. Starlink, of course, with Star Fox. Hey, I'm gonna get it. Because of E3, I pre-ordered Starlink. I pre-ordered Tales of Vesperia. I pre-ordered let me see, another game I pre-ordered was Blade Strangers. I finally went to it and just let's just pre-order it. And it's coming next month, which is good. I pre-ordered games because of E3, and I looked at other games, like I said, the Ghost of Tsushima, that's looking all right. Whatever. It looks good. I got anything. Spider-Man as well, too. Like I said, I just came up from vacation, so I have a chance. Well, not vacation, basically helping. Hopefully, right now, seeing that the first tropical storm is going towards the islands, I helped other people who needed the help. Help other people prepare themselves. That's a different story. I am going to, but I'm back, so I ain't got a chance to go to Zambia because I have the option to go there and play the game. So I want to do that. I want to do that exactly. So now why? So my thing is that you have games that come out, and they have a lot of games coming out. You go look at the thing; a lot of games are coming out for the Switch. So I don't get the idiocracy of what's going on. Is basically. It's crazy. It is crazy. I don't, they're irrational. As I just did a video with Nintendo Prime. Whew. Oh, that hurt your old brain cells a little bit. Just a little. But I was laughing my butt off. That was funny. That was hilarious. So I enjoy that. So, games coming out, they have it, they whatever it is. You enjoy it, you're going on. Seriously, I mean, and there's a lot of indie games that got announced. Of course, nobody want to talk about the indie games, even though the Switch is mostly indie game seller as well, too. So, it's ridiculous. And also, what's funny, too, as we just got announced Skullgirl, which a lot of people say was going to come, and I'm not surprised. We also get a lot of indie games that's gonna give you that's also gonna give you physical copies. Again, how the indie publishers could do it with less money than Capcom, Sony, Square, and these bigger companies. But I digress. It's funny how that works out. But companies gotta do what they gotta do, so they do it. So now let's just tackle into the pains in the ass right there. Okay. See a lot of people jump in there. What up, everybody? Like I said, I'm just gonna jump in, and I'm not only doing this quick and get off because I gotta go get some sleep to go work tonight. But anyway, let's get into some of the quick arguments and stuff because it's just ridiculous. It's just and I ain't got arguments because, like I said, to the point right now, I don't really care. And if you want to die. I'm just gonna. You see me did a video about it. I'm just gonna enjoy certain things, but. It's crazy that the YouTube gamers are more like lemons. One thing happens, everybody does it. The only reason I'm doing this is because I did get a couple people ask me what my thoughts about certain things are. So let's start off with the thing about retro. Looking into what I could look into and really care as much. Because a lot of people are like, man, you still have the retro? Come on, man, the retro. Like, you would think you know, I need to hear you because you like, look. I'll be honest with everybody. I'm telling you the truth right now. Okay, it's sad that you are at the point now that people are basically searching every single nuanced little nitty tic tac of something just to get whatever. Okay, they didn't show you Metroid. They didn't, because for some reason, even though they said Metroid is not done by Retro, but you want to see what Retro is doing. A lot of people's doing it, whatever. It's like they didn't show it. Okay, cool. Let's see. Wait and see what happened. But because you have this person who say, because I went to the site, there's really nowhere to say that person worked there or not. It really isn't. You can't 100% whatever it is, whatever. But so that let's go with let's go with the devil's advocate that this person was with Retro, right? And he said all the stuff they said. Okay, I got you. Let's look at the history. Let's do a quick history recap. Iguana Studios did Torah, did what the game what they did. When I claim basically went away with the publishing, they were in a limbo. They really didn't have enough games at that point to do a claim to fame. Nintendo bought them, changed Retro, whatever. All right. Every game underneath Nintendo that Nintendo did, they're classics. They sold over 1 million. I can't listen to this because you know my Metro. You know me as a Metroid fan, how I hate what these fake Metroid fans did to that game. But they were classics. All of them sold. Let's do that. At least they sold over 1 million, and all of them are classics. All of them were reviewed very well. Metroid Prime, Metroid Prime 2, Metroid Prime 3, Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze, Donkey Kong Returns, Mario Kart 7, another game, and they did a couple games like combine all the stuff in that regard. Could help a little bit with Metro Prime, not fiction, but it was again, Hunters. So they were reviewed well. Now let's look at something now. A lot of people left. This is a good amount of people that left Retro Studios. They feel stifled. Okay, they feel stifled. They went to other companies. Look at those people who left other companies. They use the Metroid name as they claim to fame, but have not done any dominant thing that makes it feel like they pop out to do anything great. I didn't see somebody left this studio. I'll give an example. I didn't see somebody like Hideki Kamiya made Okami, went to Platinum, and then do a game that people love. We're from Retro Studio. I've not seen that yet. Can it happen? Yes. But all the people who's left, quote unquote, not seeing it. Or Shin Megami Tensei. I mean, yeah. Shinji Mikami. I'm sorry. Shinji Mikami. So it's just weird in that regard. I've not seen nobody step out. The last person who stepped out, quote unquote, and went to another studio, they're underneath Igarashi to do Bloodstone, and that didn't went as well as it's been, according to what they've been talking, all the stuff. And again, if mostly that, it's mostly Igarashi is going to get the name out of that because of how he wanted to do the game. So that's, to me, whatever. Now, if Retro Studios gets shut down, as people will say, quote unquote, say, that's how Nintendo to do that. It will be sad that they lose the quality. Would I like Nintendo to give them a little freedom to do what they want to do? Yeah, let's see what happens. But again, it's a company turning out their money. So if that's up to them, want to do with that. Wouldn't like to see that it get shut down? No, I don't want to see them shut down. But let's see what happens. Let's wait and see Nintendo officially do it. And let's be honest. I'll be honest, because again, I don't speak for everybody. I speak for myself. I will be sad that shut down when it has produced a very good library of games that does well. But behind the scenes, we know, I could tell from being in studios myself, from EA to Ubisoft to some Nintendo stuff. Again, All the companies, I have Platinum Games, and all the companies, if I had to rank first, and yes, you could say I'm a Nintendo fanboy. Don't care. That's not an insult to me. Out of all the companies I've seen where fun happens, is out of mostly Nintendo, then Platinum, then I would say some indie studios that I work with, like Harmonix when we did Dance Central, Ubisoft when they let things happen, but when it was on the day, Lock and Key was a pain in the ass. And then more corporation was later we go. We have that. I get that. I've seen whatever, and I could see how, like I said, it would be sad, yes, but you're gonna do certain things because of that. The company's gonna spend $1 million. I understand that. So I'm not gonna be a hypocrite and say, well, look what Lionhead's. No. If Nintendo wants to shut it down, I would say born Nintendo to a degree, but I can't say nothing because I can't say too much because again, all the games that were spearheaded by Nintendo overlooking Retro Studios came out to be acclaimed games, great history, great reviewed and sold. It'll be sad, but the old saying is sometimes too many chefs in the kitchen and the restaurant gets shut down because it's, even though there's somebody have a good name, but there's too many chefs in the kitchen, they don't have no direction. Now people are saying, well, and this is why I hate this when YouTube gamers did this. Everyone was like, well, that's what happened with Retro with Rare and Nintendo. Nintendo let sold off Rare. This look. I'll say it once, I'll say it again. Nintendo didn't sold off Rare. Microsoft came in and bought more shares than Nintendo. The Scalabras Brothers themselves said in 2015 that we should have never took the money. Was Nintendo stifling? Yeah, because they have their own seal of quality, which a lot of people still, which nobody could argue still, Nintendo still has the best record in gaming when it comes to games that's not broken and what all that stuff, right? Perfect? No. Every game has glitches. That's why I always say my phrase at the end. But don't say because Nintendo forced them, they told us sell them. No. Microsoft came in, bought up more shares than Nintendo. Scalabras Brothers then wanted the money. They took it. Then they left the company to Microsoft. And then later on, they had an interview with Game Informer stuff. They said we should have never took the money because now they're doing mobile games. Should never took the money. That's the problem. So I don't like when people like, if you're going to compare Rare with what's going to Retro, tell the truth. Now, like I said, no companies come in and took over whatever. I know the people trying to use it as, but look, see, Nintendo was stifling Rare, and this would have blah blah blah, and then this would, I mean, I get what you're saying in that regard, but if you work for a company, like I work for my boss, I wish I could do certain things the way I want to do it, but I can't. He employs me, I gotta go by his rules. Just is. It sucks. Hell, like I said in my last video, I give my musicians who I have contracts underneath me for my company, I give them the freedom to sing, rap, do what they gotta do. But when they start going about, I don't, and it's only certain people could tell you this because they heard the albums that I produced out. There's not many N bombs, there's not many F bombs, there's not many cursing, there's not many I'm gonna shoot you, kill you, because I do most of my music. I'll say half the music is rap, other stuff is whatever, but half the music is rap. I don't have that. I have positive spending, more thinking kind of rap music. And when I see those guys start going around, I tell them, yo, stop this. I don't want that. I don't want that. I'll give you a best example. One, and this is not me, even under that. I was doing a song for another person. He liked my voice. He wanted me to sing the hook for his music. And my standard. He could have told me, because I was the one who they call it published it. And he could have gone any place. I would never stop them from going any place, just the same with Nintendo. If registration is shut down and people want to go to someplace else, it happens. It sucks. It sucks. I think Nintendo will take some of the guys and evolve and just like they did, just like EA did with what you call it, like EA did with Montreal. I forgot what you call it, Dice Montreal. I think that's what it is. Or whatever the game Montreal. I think that's what it is in my mind. Like I said, I'm trying to get this quick in, quick out. So dissolve them into the company. My thing is this: the difference between what and people want to say, people might say I'm a hypocrite when I say some things. The difference between those what EA did or what Sony did or what would Activision or anybody or Ubisoft did is they put out a game that was crappy because they rushed them. Can't say the same thing with Retro. You can't. And then they put crazy microtransactions in there. Or half-baked a game. Or under delivered in that regard of the potential what the game should have been. That's the difference. That's literally is the difference. So again, going back to my music analogy, he wanted me to sing a hook. He wrote the song. He sang, and when I saw the words, he wanted to use because he's a black dude. He wanted me to use the N-word. I'm saying I'm not singing that. I'm not singing that. I don't care if it's a hip-hop station. I don't care what it is. I'm not singing that. I'm not saying that word because I detest the word really to a degree. Because I know my thing is the word was derogative. I'm not gonna use it unless I really mean it in a derogative term. I don't mean it as no friendly. You know, these some of these rappers they love to use it as a endearing term. I'm gonna change the word and take the word back. Whatever. I don't believe in that, so I'm not gonna do it. So they're like, oh man, I think you mess up the song. I said, look, I'm gonna change the song to player instead of that. It has the same syllable, the same thing. Let me use that. He said, I don't think whatever. Did the song, change the player, did the song, it's so well. Now again, I told the guy, look, if you want me to publish the thing, I will do that. If you don't, then you could go someplace else. And me and him is a cool dude. I'm like, you go someplace else. I'm not gonna do that. It's just not my thing. I try my best to produce something that at least anybody could listen, even kids could listen to it. Our parents our parents like clutching their chest, even though some of these parents right now, ha 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 ha. Please. But my point is that's the difference with that. Don't put Rare and Retro in the same boat because they're different. They literally are different. In the circumstances, would I be sorry that the studio shut down? Yes, and I will claim it as that's what it is. But if I have a master cake man telling me if all the stuff I've seen done successfully and I follow his recipe to a T, I would like to bring up the ideas. Would I feel discouraged that I can't get my ideas out? Yes, but if I'm making money, I'm making money. So that thing with people, and again, you saw it like everybody came with the same thing. There's no super evidence on that. I just give you the whole devil advocate that it is. So calm your tits, relax, chill. The game is what it is. You enjoy it. If not, as I say, game. If the studio comes out and says they shut down, that's up to Nintendo to do that. I don't feel sad that they shut down if because of creative differences and Nintendo not giving the freedom. I'm not gonna lie to anybody. I will, but it is different from when EA shuts down studios because it's not because they put out a crappy product by rushing it or bug or all that bull crap. All right, that's one. Next object I gotta talk about, of course, is people are going back as crazy about Nintendo stocks when none of these people got stocks in Nintendo in the first place. Nintendo stocks is sliding. It's a rational slide. That's one. Two, the only reason the investors pull because of all the stupid crap that these people on Twitter and YouTube is saying, which is idiotic. Oh, it was underwhelming, blah blah blah. And investors don't do their own research. Again, investors are just like people. And if you're just smart, people are stupid. I got stock. I ain't stupid to pull away. Why? Because I did something more rational of looking at the numbers. Pre-orders of Switch games for future Switch games that people know about, even third party that's coming to the Switch, went up more than 5,000% on Amazon. It depends on the game, but the overall is that. So if you had a pre-order for Smash, Smash went up crazy because people were like, oh, I see what I want. GameStop sold more Switches from before E3, after E3. They doubled the Switches they sold. And their pre-orders went up as well, too. if you look at the raw numbers and the raw facts, and again, look at and see that even Japan went up as well too. So it's like the numbers bake out that E3 did what it's supposed to do. So the investors just listen to the YouTubers and all the other stupid crap and made an irrational thing. It was an irrational thing. The numbers for the and of course the first month of 2017 year for Nintendo is going to be released July 31st. If I have the time, I'll go through it. The first not investment meeting, the first quarter setup. But it's irrational. One. And two, only 20% of the companies is publicly traded. Nintendo owns 80% of it. They own their stuff. They own their stuff. So it doesn't hurt Nintendo that much. It does not. Now the stocks go back down again. It's mostly more to the dividends and investors that help them out. 20% of the companies owned by Nintendo. You ain't got to worry about that problem. Unlike Sony, who literally owes money to Japan because they took a loan out, and that Sony is a company, not Sony PlayStation, but the PlayStation benefited from it as well. So let's call a spade and shoot the truth. So let's not play that irrational game. Sony will be more proud if I see their stock sliding because they have a higher percentage. They are more over 50% of the stock is publicly traded. That's a bigger problem. 20%? Bah. You know what is it? You freaking whatever Sprite. I saw it. We don't talk about that like in terms of Sony stocks. I know. I got it. Look, that's a difference. That's a big difference in how stock plays out. I could buy, literally Nintendo can buy out all the stock shares for the 20% because it's nothing. They're worth over $200 billion. So why not? They're worth over $200 billion. They got more than $15 billion in the savings account. Shit. I guarantee you that $15 billion they have in the savings account, they could buy out the 20%. They could buy out the 20% right there without no problem. So I'm not worried. Okay? Now this is me just saying what I've said because I've said it once again. I said it with the Nintendo Prime video that I just did. At this point, okay, if like I said, Nintendo has done some decisions. I don't like this year, the whole cloud sale, blah, blah, blah. I say it all the time. If they're gonna mess up, they're gonna mess up. I'm gonna buy the games that I want for my Nintendo Switch, for my PC, for my 3DS, because the game's still coming out for the 3DS. For my 3DS, buy it, enjoy it, and because listening into the YouTubers and the way they talk about stuff, they don't care. People are always saying about, oh, the industry is doing well. No, it's not. Y'all think it's doing well. I did a video about this a year ago, and I'm not gonna refresh that video up. These numbers didn't. Physical data is going down. You're right about the physical data is going down to sell. Understandable. More digital is selling. I get that. That's why GameStop is having problems right now and they're looking for people to buy them out. Here's the problem. Activision makes more money in the year past. Not last year, really. They made more money in microtransaction and DLC. Now Activision is doing the exact same thing as EA. 2K Games is doing the exact same thing as EA. Take-Two, exact same thing as EA. All those companies make more money off of microtransaction and DLC than the original software. That's not good. As looking at gaming, That's not good because they're gonna split up the base. They're gonna make money, but if I'm not getting any more new product, if I'm not getting people putting enough pool into the money into the pool, and it gets less and less and less, it'll get to the point where the industry, when it really does crash, it's not even gonna tumble. It's not gonna implode. It's just gonna really come down very hard. It just is. So when I see people talking about, oh, this is great, then whenever people say they're making money off of you microtransaction, and other people are seeing this, and that's where the sales are going. It's not a good thing. I wanted to, if I have to be honest, here's my stream because I don't want people to think that what it is. The best time is back in the 6th generation when there's more of them. You don't gotta be physical. If you don't want to be physical, okay. Well, I want more of the main software to sell. When more than main software is to sell, that means we can have more new games, more new IPs, more different styles of games, spreading it wide in case something happens. We're gonna falter into it. That's what needs to happen. If you go the route that I'm talking about right now, you're gonna get less new IPs. Let's take indies out of the option. Look at Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo. Third parties. Take indies out of it. Nintendo has kept up its goings, and I'll be honest, that is true. Sony and Microsoft has not. Sony, I love when people are like, oh, Sony. I love when people try to put, oh, Sony and Nintendo with the first party, but Microsoft. No. Don't put them in the same thing. Does Sony have first party and second party games? Yes, they do. Not gonna deny that. But they don't have they don't have the flow. Caliber one, but the flow of it too. Because again, remember back in 2015, did Sony release any, as even publisher or whatever, did they release 9 games that year? No, they did not. In 2016, did Sony release 8 games, different games that year? No, they did not. Nintendo did. You come ports and everything. Nintendo did. So they didn't do it last year either. Had some good new IPs. I got it. Rise Zero Dawn. You put it in there, of course. I know you got God of War now, like you have it. But it's not the same flow as an exclusive as Nintendo is. So I don't like when people put those two. Oh, no, it's not the same. It's not. It's day and night difference by numbers. By leaps and bounds by the numbers. So that argument is just, it kills when people do that. But that's my point. You see what Sony is doing. If you take Nintendo out of that now, let's take it out. What's all the new IPs that's coming out right now? Ghost of Tsushima? Okay. Most of the games are still going towards shooters. Not surprising. Cyberpunk, all these shooters and shooters again with all the shooters. I ain't got nothing against shooters, but we gotta get away from that genre and put back in. I love right now in 2018, we're seeing a different fighters. That's what I want to see in the street. That's what I want to see. That right there is what I see. Your Dragon Ball Fighters Z, your Blaze Blue, your Blade Strangers, your Smash Brothers, your your Street Fighter Collection. Okay, still is still a fighting game, whatever. Your Fighters X that's on PC right now, that just came out on PC. Because Street Fighter 5 and Marvel vs. Marvel Infinite didn't do the job, but I like the resurgence. Fighting X Layer, there you go. But I like the resurgence of fighting games now. I want that for the other thing. I want it for platforming. I want it for RPGs, and we've seen that too. A lot more RPGs now because the Switch has gone mainstream. That's what we want. I want more original stuff. Let me original. I'm not talking about original being like you got to be a new IP original. I'm talking about. I want a main software because if you push the way things are going from a lot of the first party from all the third parties and everything, if they just focus on one game, 2-3 games a year, and push mostly microtransactions and DLC and pre-orders and all that bullcrap, you're gonna get less of the games, and they're gonna depend on that, and then you're gonna have more of the droughts, more of the stifle. And if that game literally broken and sucks, then that's half of your game gone right there. Oh yeah, there you go. You're right about that. Forgot about that. You're right about that. And Double M, yeah. SNK Heron. The fighting game has gained a resurgence. Love it. I want that for everything. Right now, this year, I got Manticore, which is the video thing. Starlink. That's the next one. There are more shooters. I would love to have a little bit more space shooters. But again, Nintendo Switch has a lot of shooters and smurfs and beat them up. Again, that's because the indies is full in that spot. But the third party that does the triple A third party that has the resurgence to do all this stuff, that really happened. Now you've been a smart ass Sprite. Nintendo Prime with his scraps video, but he still want to play the scraps. So that's what it is. The industry needs that. So don't let nobody fool you. If you want to talk about money over money, yes, it's doing great. But the software that keeps the game going, the industry going better, losing that. That's where the problem is at. And those companies, again, remember, two years ago, EA made close to $1 billion off of microtransactions only. Microtransactions and DLC. $1 billion. Compared to that to Nintendo last year. You know what Nintendo did? $11 billion off of selling you games. Majority came from games. Did they have season pass? Yes, they had season pass. But that was nowhere close to the majority as what as EA and Activision did. Nowhere close. They gave you a Switch. They gave you, let's go again. Let's see, Zelda, Splatoon 2. Like I said, Zelda had a season pass. Splatoon 2 has a season pass, as it just came out right there. Mario Kart 8 didn't have that. ARMS didn't have that. Of course, Fire Emblem has a season pass. They did that. Had a season pass. Xenoblade Chronicles has a season pass. Mario didn't have it. Pokemon didn't have it. And every game that Nintendo released last year, all of them sold 1 million. All of them went platinum. Without the initial software itself. I still gotta do that video about what Nintendo did. 2017 was something Nintendo did, whatever, but it's just crazy. But that's what we need. I want Sony, I want Microsoft to take the studios that they bought and make some new IPs and whatever it is. Train your Xbox guys and your PC guys to go against it. Because I saw a video by Razorfist, and I like Razorfist. But he said one thing there that was kind of crazy, and I've seen this with a lot of other gamers talking about it. PC resurgence. Do this. Look. PC has everybody will talk about the graphics. Everybody talk about all the stuff PC could do. The two things PC can't do that is a negative, because everybody thinks the PC is a perfect platform. And it ain't. It's not. All the third-party games, the AAA third-party games, does not sell well on PC. PC does go with subscription, MOBAs, free-to-play games. That's where they do it. Or indies. That's where they make the money off of. Because if 10 games, the top 10 games, which is 0.05% last year, equals 50% of the revenue, and what the frig is the rest 99.95% of the games doing? And PC players always push out, oh, we have a wide variety, but you don't buy it. By that number, you don't buy it. And I know people say that's not a problem. It is a problem. Because then why would so you're telling me as an independent person, I am literally put in my house, as some people did, and those who made the money back, God bless them. The guy who did Axiom Verge and all those guys, God bless them that they made their money. But if we had to do on PC only, they'll be screwed. We do need a console. That's why I don't understand this whole negative about with PC guys and PC Master. No, you need a console. Most of the console AAA games, your Divisions, all that stuff, sells better on consoles because it is what it is. Sorry, it does. Go to any of those third parties. Some you can't. You can. But you won't get the information unless you're an investor. But go to some of the IR pages for some of these companies, EA, all that stuff. You see those games don't sell like nothing on PC. Why? Because most people pirate the daggone thing. Mod it. Y'all love your mods. That's good. I ain't gonna gain it, but you mod it. Give out the code. Some of these guys don't buy them. Don't gotta buy the mods. They just take the mods and have it. Piracy is a big problem on PC. That's one of the major problems there. All these games that are selling well on PC, they should have sold 100 million. Sorry, my mistake. 100 million easy. Easy. No problems, no ifs, ands, but there's 7 billion people on the planet, and you're telling me a game like Grand Theft Auto 5 that's on the PC ain't sold and all at the last time I checked, that was a while back. It was this year, but it was a couple months back. All you sold was 80 million. PC should have been 100 million. It should have been, but it ain't. But it's not. Resident Evil 4 was a good Resident Evil 4 game on PC. Didn't sell. I'm sorry. Those are the hard facts. PC has its great. Every console has its weakness. Every PC has everything on this planet has a weakness. That's the point taken. You ain't gonna get the high fidelity on most of these consoles. Cool. You're not gonna get it on PC. And again, because every PC is different, another thing is lost is optimization. You don't have to brute force most of the game by getting this super high graphics card and all paying too. A lot of guys like, oh man, you just gotta buy a $500 console. I mean PC, and that'll take over the console. You can do all this stuff. Blah 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 blah. You're right. You're 100% right. Here's the problem though. If they bring out an example, Batman Arkham Knight, and it's effed up, it's effed up. Just like I said with Nintendo Prime, it's effed up. If the game don't work and you're not fixing whatever, the way you could do it is if you have yourself a workstation or a very high class PC to brute force it. Other than that, it's gonna be broken for the regular people who got a $500 to $1,000 PC. Is it worth it now? No. And then you have to wait until somebody gets the mod. And here's the thing: remember, you're gonna have to wait until somebody mod it to fix it. And most people would have waited for the mod to fix it. They're gonna get it cheap anyway. And most games on PC are sold at a lower price than what the company wants it for. So it's not a stable situation. PC has its problems. It's not all. It's not candy raindrops and rainbows. Candy rain. It's just not. It's just ridiculous. Because I always laugh when people say, "Well, all these the PC jabronis." And they got that, like I said, Nintendo has jabronis, just as Sony, just as Microsoft, just as anything. Every console has its jabronis too. So we know that. As I told Nintendo Prime, that's how he showed off. Oh, I got 4K this, whatever that. But my main game console is Nintendo. So what? And his video was irrelevant, and then he said it in his own words on the same video too, which is stupid. But anyway. Nobody makes it's so many configurations for PC that you cannot optimize it the best. You can't optimize it as well as you want it to. You don't have to brute force most of the stuff. That's what most people do. It's sad, but true. And again, most of just remember what I just said now. The jabronis then we're saying, oh, well, you Nintendo pairs, Nintendo. Hey, I'll use Nintendo because I think it's a problem too. But you guys gotta play $60, $5 a month to play your games online. Blah blah blah. Okay, true. That is a fact. That is true. That is true. But we could play our games for free, set up our servers and all that stuff. Again, all true. All true. But I don't see people who spend $1,000, $2,000 on their PC, and doesn't say the high-end jabronis, not the one who's 500 or whatever. You spend all that money on a 1080 Ti, $500, $600, $800, which is overkill, but whatever. But you can't pay $5 a month for freaking to play online. That's a problem. And again, if you have Netflix, you gotta pay for it. Hulu, pay for it. HBO Go, the same thing. So you have the same. It's not gaming, but you still have the same setup. And again, you have Origins, you have Uplay, you have the same stuff. So no, it's an irrelevant argument with some of these people. It's ridiculous. That's why I say at this point right now, can we just play our games, enjoy them on all consoles? That's why, again, I've been saying that for the last 4 years now, with my tagline, just enjoy games, even on PC, there is. Some of you guys are going crazy. So again, for the people who hear me talk about certain stuff, if you see me do the video like a Nintendo Prime video, like I did, whatever, again, I'm not angry. I'm doing this for my mental fortitude and just to make fun of some of these people. Because I have already given up on the gaming industry. I'm gonna make my money and move on. I've given up. I don't sound like I'm broken, because I don't care. If you guys want to buy broken games, not you guys, but other people, let them go ahead. They don't want to fix it. They want to destroy this hobby. Let them. I don't care. A lot of money to run a big titty mod in Skyrim. Metalman, you're too much. Go ahead, have fun, enjoy life. Me, I'm gonna buy games, enjoy, and just play. I have many games to come out. I got Ys 8. I still have not bought it, but I will get it out. Look, I have for this year only. I have Ys 8. I got Kirby Star Alliance. Look at that, Kirby Star Alliance. Another a free update coming up. Free DLC. But Kirby Star Alliance, Ys 8 I want to get. I'm gonna get Blade Strangers. I'm gonna get Court of Prince. These are pre-order. Blade Strangers, Court of Princess XC, Tales of Vesperia, of course. Starlink is coming there. Smash Brothers, of course, is coming through. And Sushi Strikers, because I played the demo, I liked it. Don't forget, not forget most of the indie games that I'm buying, like Manticore, Icy, Phantom Break, like that. Sonic, next week. It's next week. I think it's next week. Yeah, next week or the week after. Sonic Plus, Sonic Mania Plus is coming out. I have that game. I'm getting a physical copy because I did said if this game comes physical, I'll buy it just to have it. Then yeah. These are stuff that I'm going with. It's just these people want to be deflated, they'll be defeated. So again, people, I mean, for people who are listening, other than people in the chat, I know you guys know some of the stuff I'm saying. Look, there are gonna be games out there. The industry right now is going through a weird flux. They're making money, but they're not. But they don't have a good foundation. And with a bad foundation or a sinkhole that's going underneath it, if you've seen on news what sinkhole does, it's going to happen. The crash will happen. I don't think there's going to any way to really make it unless game industry stop with the DLC, crazy broken DLC practices, broken games, and stuff like that. Then I don't see no way that they could avoid this. I'm not saying it's coming next year. I'm not saying it's coming 2 years from now, 3 years right now, whatever. It's gonna happen. I don't have a timeline, but I've seen it slipping. And again, when Microsoft and Sony decide to join the 9th generation with Nintendo, and if they do exactly the same thing they've been doing with the 8th generation and 7th generation by just adding a more powerful console without nothing else to it, Well, we'll see how that work out. We'll see how that works out. Now, see, let me ask. I did see some questions up here. Hope the people are still here. Let me answer them. Shout out to everybody in the chat. I mean, like I said, it's been a while. Hopefully, we'll get an end cast together, whatever. Octopath might be the dark horse for the game of the year. Hey, not bad, Aries 73. I'm not. Let's see. There's a lot of people seeing the reviews and liking it, and something's different. Again, I like that. I need a Tylenol. Trust me, I need one as well too. Double A. She wasn't chatting. Dragon Sword, did you get the message I sent you this week via using our tab on YouTube channel page? Dragon Sword, I might gonna hope I can do it because like I said, I got a headache. It's not because of the gaming, it's because it's been a long week. Really, I'm working my butt off, but mentally because doing what I got to do in my architect job. But no, I did not see it because they're closing on that tab. You have to. I'll send you a direct thing through Google Plus Dragon Sword, and you ask a question there. That's the best way to do. Technically speaking, I might do that just after I finish this cast because I didn't see a question because I did look through my tabs and everything, and I didn't see it come through. So because YouTube, Google's getting rid of the tabs and messages, private messages through YouTube now. That's not gonna be it. So just let you know that. So I didn't know the question, so we gotta do it that way. Mailman, of course, use your facts and numbers. Likely you're cheating. Yeah. Of course. You guys are so crazy. Oh, how did I know that? Let me see. Okay, yeah. We need to verify. I mean, this isn't a booster box game, right? I don't get the question you're asking. If you ask it to somebody else, if you ask it to me, yeah, okay, I don't get the question. You're talking about you just said we need variety. I mean, this isn't a booster box game, right? So do need variety, yes. And I don't know let me see how that to answer that really. Do you got any upcoming things to look at? Are you talking about games? Yin Yao? Then you talk about team. I stopped buying NBA 2K because of microtransactions in it. Mailman. It's up to you. That's what I'm saying. And that's your pocket. It's your money. You work hard for it. You do what you gotta do. But when you have let's see, but when have you thought with their hearts and not with their pockets? Yeah, that's most YouTubers who think they have that. They don't care about that stuff, you know. That's it for me. That's it. I have a lot of games. I just list out the games that I have on pre-order. There's a lot of games that I'm gonna be talking about, that I'm looking for. That Pocket Rumble just came out. Took long enough, but the Pocket Rumble came out. That's something to look interested in, of course. And again, I give a shout out to the indies. Oh, sorry. I give a shout out to the indies. Indies did a great job. I bought more indies game in 2018 so far than anything. I still have Season Pass. I bought Octopath, which is a very challenging game. I'm gonna be doing into more of that. Can't wait for Xenoblade Chronicles X. Then Tour of the Golden Country. See how that game comes out. So the question was in the idea of doing games as a service instead of making the best game possible. Yeah, well, Ubisoft said it, EA said it. I don't doubt Activision is going that route. And again, and that's what I'm saying. They're going to go to a service. You're right about that, again, and that's what people say they're doing. They're going to go that. They want to do that. They want to make the game instead of giving you a great game up top or give you something special. Instead of giving you a great game and then just add it on the sprinkles or whipped cream for your milkshake just to make it just special, the cherry on top. They're like, oh man, I don't want it was this. But all I wanted is this, but I got the extra stuff. That's great. That's instead of doing that, that's what we used to like. Like I said, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, it has a season pass. They've put a lot of content in it. Again, season pass and DLC is a hit and miss. What I said, I thought with the bad practices with it. There are good DLCs out there. And, I'll give an example. Fire Emblem, even that's Nintendo. And I know this because that's how I stated. Fire Emblem DLC or season pass for the 3 games before. For Conquest, Birthright, and Revelation. I didn't buy the DLCs. Why? Because I was crazy. I was against that. I'm against that with Nintendo. I said, no, I'm not doing that. Same thing with Shadow, with Echoes of Valencia. That's a Nintendo. I think that's bad practice. I ain't bought it. Same thing with Smash Brothers with the skins and stuff. I didn't buy it. If it's bad DLC, I don't buy it. If I want the game, but a lot of these people buy the games, and the companies that do this do way worse than what Nintendo did anyway. But even that, I'm not gonna buy the games, whatever. You gotta show me the content. Fire Emblem Warriors, the content, $20 to me. This is my opinion. To me, worth it. Octopath expansion, what they put in the game, worth it. That's a lot of levels, 80 levels of very. It would keep you for a while. Xenoblade Chronicles, Xenoblade 2, worth it. Xenoblade 2, worth it. Has all the stuff plus this extra story plus all the stuff that I've seen added in there. To me, worth it. I have not bought it. I never think that it was. I don't think it's a bad DLC season pass really, but I've seen other people bought it and enjoy it. The season pass for the Kingdom Rabbit, Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. People bought it, enjoy it, have fun, worth it. You have more of the game added on to a good game. That's what I want. Don't put these microtransactions. That's crazy. Don't put these extra stuff that don't make that together makes the game go to this core. No. Again, Xenoblade 2 has loot boxes. It does. It's just that you're gonna pay for it. That's why they avoid that problem. Those blades, that's a loot box system. That is a loot box system that's in Xenoblade 2 to get the blades. But I ain't gonna pay for it. Thank God. Because if that's the case, if Dad did that, I would have never bought the game. I never bought the game. That's crazy. Same thing with I'm keeping my eye on SNK Heron. SNK Heron. If I could buy, if the core game is still kicking ass, characters having fun, whatever, I hope that the costumes are free. But if they put microtransactions in costumes, I am not gonna spend one penny in them costumes. Not a cent. I want a core game to be what it is and have fun with it. The same thing. Look at Blaze Blue. I'm waiting because I'm waiting to see all the characters out or whatever. I can wait. I'll do the exact same thing with Dragon Ball FighterZ. I know they say if you buy the game now, you get all the characters and free whatever is left over. That's another thing with gamers. Patience. You can wait. I want to play Kirby's Star Alliance. I didn't get it. I can wait. It's not gonna hurt me. I supported Hyrule Warriors 1 and Hyrule Warriors on the Wii U and on the on the 3DS. I know it was gonna come to the Switch because I did a video about it, of course, a long time ago, 2016. So hell, but I know it's coming. I know it's coming. I'm gonna get a game, but I'm not buying it. I didn't buy it day one. I wait for a sale. You can wait. You could do all this stuff to other companies. You could do the same thing. I'm not gonna buy it used because then that's really whatever. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna buy it when it's cheaper. I'm not gonna buy it used. I want to buy it that it still gives Nintendo the money and Koei Tecmo as well too. But I'm gonna buy it when it's on sale. Anybody could do the exact same thing. There's games out there that's worth the DLC, but if all these crazy DLC practices like oh man, like Black Ops, to do what Black Ops is doing right now with Activision, ooh. Like I said, I'm disappointed. I'm not surprised. The same thing when I see with Fire Emblem, I was like, well, I'm disappointed, but I'm not surprised. But now that you took out the story which is the game that made the story is what made the game itself, well, again, they don't care. They make enough money by you buying $100 season pass. The frig. And you don't get any of the DLC maps, which is ridiculous. But that's what you want. That's what people say. Go ahead. And you will see tons of videos of people saying, this is crazy what Treyarch and Activision is doing. And is Black Ops gonna be a failure? No, I don't think it'll be a failure, but I think it won't match the expectations that it won't match the initial sales expectations that Activision want. But you know how they're gonna get you? Just like they did with just like how they did with Destiny 2. They're gonna get you in the back end with the microtransactions. Are you getting Black Ops if you sub buy it for you? No, man, I swear. No, I'm not OJ. Or who's saying? I'm not OJ. I'm not Angry Joe. I'm not Angry Joe. No, don't buy no game that I whatever. No. But all they want. I'm not buying it. I'm not playing the game. So the answer will be no. Mel Mint clown. Oh my goodness. No. So I'm sorry, people. That's not my thing. That's not how I do it. Like I said, this is just crazy and it's just ridiculous. And I am sorry to see what's going on. But again, you can go to Ackman, you can go to Birdman, you can go to all these YouTubers who are big Call of Duty fans and stuff. And I believe Ackman when he says he's not going to buy the game, and I believe because of how he says certain things. But most of these other people that I know who said, trust me, they're going to buy it. They're going to sell the stuff bad, blah, blah, blah. Because every time I've been hearing them saying, this is the card I'm going to buy. Sure, okay. Is it gonna, again, they're going to hit you on the back end. Again, I'm not paying a damn $100 season pass. You guys could pay that. That's crazy. But that's what you guys want. That's what they want. I'm gonna say, guys, that's what they want. And Activision is gonna keep on making more games that way. Because you guys speak with the wallets. If you don't want his practices, whatever to go that way, that's what it is. So they know how sweet, they know how to sweet talk people into buying them droves every year and droves everywhere. Well, if they can't get away with all, they blame the company. Well, you're right. They can do it. It's crazy. But again, that's just how the industry is. I don't care too much for it. Like I said, if anybody is joining right now, I'm basically ending this thing. But yeah, again, The Retro Studios, go back and watch it. Like I said, it's that is not substantiated. Will I be angry that the Retro Studios shut down? Yes. I won't be hypocritical because what Vice and all the other stuff, the EA and other companies did is different from Retro because Retro had a better situation. But if they don't feel like Nintendo is giving them the freedom they want, it's a capitalistic country. You can walk away. Nobody's saying that. I mean, all the people who walked away from Retro Studios, please tell me what tell me their name that came. Is their name resident in the game now? Tell me their name that resident in gaming now, because I'm talking about it like I'm seriously talking about like how like a Suda 51, like Hideki Kame, Shinji Kame, like I mean seriously, you gotta tell me to see or not Iruga. The guy who was doing Bloodstone, like the name is leaving the company and the name got a reverberate. Even Kojima, I don't think the man's the greatest thing on the planet when it comes to gaming, but at least he could still have his name outside going to another company. He can. I have not heard anybody who left Retro Studios became a household name or even a name that should be tempted with. So that's that problem. And then the stock prices, it's weird. I never understand why you gamers are so worried about stock prices. None of you bitches own a stock in Nintendo. None. So why do you care about the stock prices? None of you own a stock. And Nintendo is different. They don't have, they only 20% of Nintendo is on the stock market in the Nikkei. That's it. Unlike Sony, that's over 50. If Sony goes down, their stock slide down, yeah, it's a problem. Because other than making whatever profits they can, like I said before, they owe Bank of Japan money for taking out loans to help them out. Their movie studio the movies last year, man, it ripped it billions of dollars lost. Not million, billions of dollars got lost. The PlayStation, if you want the best case scenario, the PlayStation network, the PlayStation side of Sony needs to break out by themselves. But how would that gonna work? Like I said to Mega Man, if that's the only thing, that's not the only thing, but if that thing is making money, what company is gonna let their golden goose go? Nobody will. That'd be stupid. Oh, Nintendo, you should buy Mega Man. Mega Man, Capcom sell Mega Man, but it still makes money. So why would they do it? And if they do it, they'll basically they would add an anchor to that golden goose. Hey, you want to buy a Mega Man? Okay, take us out of debt. You want a Sony PlayStation? Get Sony movies and electronics out of debt. Nobody will do that. That's suicide. That'll be suicide. I'm not gonna buy that. So hey, seriously, just ridiculous. The reality is just enjoy your games, people. And again, like I said, I have a video. I have a behind the games video at least that's coming out. Should come over the weekend, so check it out. Those who ain't check out the Nintendo Prime video, go back and see how most irrelevant these gamers are with that video. And if you want to look at indie games that I think are pretty good, and you could just take a look, check out my first look review of Manticore and Icy. I think those are good games that you guys could go check out and enjoy. They're not that expensive, and they give you a lot of content for your price. Icy, $8.99. Holy crap! They give you a lot for that game. And Manticore, you got 3 sectors of a universe to check out, and it is, and I did 100% it, but it's really good, and it gives you a lot for the money, and it has its stuff. So check those reviews out, see what you like about them. Let's see. These peas will lap up the slop, pep their step in a smile in your face. Like dogs, they'll return to it. Yeah, yeah. That's a little graphic, but I went to Kenoshi. Don't vomit. So thank you guys for joining us. So Kenosh, Melman, Sprite, Trip, Aniston, Double A, Aries, Dragon, Sword. And I said, Dragon Sword, if you want to send a question, just private me the message through Google Plus, and I'll respond there. That's the best way to. That's the fastest way to get me to respond. I ain't gonna lie to you. YouTube is changing. YouTube is changing a lot of things on there, with their setup and everything. Just is. Ying Yao, Mr. Red Fox. Thank y'all for joining on the chat. Hope you guys have a good night. Of course, would you say that? I'll take Juicy, bro. Anyway, as I said before, there's no private. There is no perfect games out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy your games on all consoles, even PC. Just enjoy it. Every one of those pieces of plastic from PC, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo has a weakness. White fruit juice. I don't even want to know what your mind is going with that, Mailman. But everyone has their flaws. Look for the games you're looking for, like I did with Nintendo Prime. You have all those other systems, but you're still bitching about what ain't coming to your system. Right on PC, dude. Oh, I got a family. You're right. I don't have a child. I do have a fiance, but I don't have a child. You have a child? I don't have a child. But I work 16 to 18 hours a day. In most cases. In every other day, I should say. Every other day. 8 to 16, 18 every other day. So that all that leaves is sleep. And maybe an hour or 2 hours of games between 2 days to play. You know what I did yesterday? Played the Wii U. That's connected to my TV. 4th of July, I did the exact same thing because I still have not beat Zelda Breath of the Wild because I'm trying to get everything before I beat the game. I still come in. I mean, right now I'm seeing all the videos you're doing, Prime that you're doing right now. You can sit in front of your TV and play the game. You know that. It's excuses. Just own up to it. But again, that's YouTube logic for you. Everybody's in an uproar. Now everybody's armchair analysts and business analysts because they see the stocks are sliding. If you don't have a stock in Nintendo, it's irrelevant to you. Literally, it is. So please, all the RTGs and RTG and OJs and the Richard View and Stone Fox Media and Rob and all these other guys who do this semi-reporting crap for their channel, whatever. None of them has stocks in Nintendo. So most of the talk is friggin' ridiculous and irrelevant. Stupid. Hell, none of them got stock in a freaking daggone other consoles that makes any difference anyway. You're not an investor. Shut up. Seriously. And investors are like people. Like I said before, people are stupid, individuals are smart. So they'll do irrational things because of stupid stuff. It just is. So once again, the usual, this is my sign off. Thank you everybody for joining in. Hope you guys have a good night. Enjoy the games you gotta enjoy. And remember, there's no perfect games out there. What's perfect to you is not perfect to me. What's perfect to me is not perfect to you. Simply enjoy your games on all consoles, even PC. Have yourself a good night. Peace out.